At daybreak, Katrina was roaring, and visibility was next to nothing. The 9 New Orleans firefighters riding her out inside the Lake Marina Tower couldn't see much, but heard plenty.
The wind coming through back here was, it was like a freight train coming through there, howling noise it was making.
Just after 9 o'clock in the morning, Captain Paul Helmers, an 18-year veteran, saw something he wasn't expecting. Water rising in the back parking lot.
I would say about 10 minutes after we saw it rising, I was pretty certain that the levee had to be breached. It was rising at such a rate.
Helmers grabbed his video camera and went up to this top floor stairwell. With the building swaying, he searched and searched but couldn't see the breach until visibility cleared enough for him to zoom in a half a mile away to the water pouring in.
When I saw that, I'm sure my coworkers had the same reaction. You know, my heart just dropped. Even though I knew the levees were breached before that, seeing it, and just knowing that the fate of the city was sealed.
It's surreal. You took it in, and you wondered how high the water was going to be in the city.
And you can see that the 6-foot wall is gone.
My first instinct when we saw the levee break was, this is bigger than 9/11. I thought that the fatalities would be in the, thousands, if not tens of thousands. So it was, it was heavy.
Heavy because it was their neighborhood, their homes. Captain Joe Fincher, just a couple of days before Katrina, had videotaped his Lakeview house for insurance purposes. Now it was filling up with 10 feet of water. The floodwaters also destroyed the Lakeview home of Captain Gordon Case. He didn't see it happen, but he had firefighters on his crew watch from above as the water swallowed their homes.
I guess it would have to be torture to know that you can see the water rising on your house and not be able to do anything about it.
But as the water kept rising, they knew what their role would be: rescues.
As soon as we saw the water come in the parking lot, I'm thinking people are going to be dying soon. That was my first thought.
By early afternoon, when the winds calmed enough, the firefighters swam out to find a boat. They found this blue one that today still sits along the condo parking lot wall. Captain Case hot-wired it, and they made the first of many life-saving trips into the neighborhood near the breach.
He was standing in his bathtub with water up to his chin when we got over there. And me and my firefighter, Pat Ball, took and broke the window out and was able to rescue him. He wasn't saying much. He barely could stand. And we got him in, and I don't think he would have made it much longer. The water was still rising at that point, and I think he would have surely drowned in the next few minutes.
The rescues continued for 4 days, from sunup until it was just too dark. First responders simply do their job. They do not consider themselves heroes. And nearly 10 months after the storm, they don't think about the people they saved. It's the people they couldn't get to.
I try not to think about it too much. Too many people suffering. 4 too many people needed help.
You knew you couldn't get to them all?
No, we only had a crew of 9 men here. As you can see, there's thousands of houses.
The firefighters say there's a reason you haven't heard their story so many months after the storm. The video they shot of the levee breach was used in the recently completed congressional investigation. And while they testified, they were told to stay quiet about what they saw until it was over. And they say what they saw wasn't what was being reported in those first few months. They knew the levees didn't overtop, which was initially thought. And they knew the 9:45 a.m. time frame of the levee breach was also off.
Oh, no, it certainly broke by 9 o'clock in the morning.
Captains Helmers, Case, and Fincher combined have been in the department for 56 years. But it will be those first 5 days of Katrina they'll never forget.
The whole thing I took in kind of like a snapshot in my mind. Remember this, because this is something you're going to remember the rest of your life.
Mike Haas, Eyewitness News, Night Watch.
The National Geographic Channel is doing a special called The Drowning of New Orleans, which includes the efforts of the New Orleans firefighters in this story. It airs Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on the National Geographic.